I spent a good chunk of my life echoing this phrase, please don't let me be misunderstood. Before awakening to my true nature, to the eternal divine love that is within me, the undying love within me. And I spent a lot of time people pleasing because of that, because I wanted to be understood. But at that point, I was still awakening to the true self. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. So I spent most of my time trying to prove who I am to other people. And the truth is, if you are on your spiritual awakening journey, an inner transformational journey, where the old you is dying, you will be misunderstood by the world, by friends, by even family, by others that are seen from a different place, or they're at a different place in their lives. The pure understanding for me is to understand our true nature so that when others call you out, I've been called out many times, you're not pulled out when they call you out. My awakening is to seek understanding, not the understanding of others. The people that are supposed to understand you will. You don't have to, I feel you don't have to go around introducing yourself. Do you know what I mean? If a teacher walks up to you and say, I'm a teacher, how will you know? Until they actually start teaching, if that makes sense. So the pure understanding for me is not these labels or to be so understood that everyone is going to understand you wherever you are. That will not happen. And maybe that's one of the signs that someone is going through right now, that you are awakening. Places that were familiar start to become uncomfortable for you. Maybe that's a sign for you that you're awakening. It doesn't fit you anymore. And you can't explain it. So the pure understanding for me is not about being understood by others so much, but understanding ourselves. When you think about it, I need understanding. I need understanding because without understanding, all the wisdom and all the knowledge you seek cannot do without understanding. And it's the same thing wherever we go, wherever we are, in whatever space, if you do not understand yourself, people will call you out. My desire is to grow in grace, not in ego. So when I've been called so many things before, there's nothing to prove for me. And I'm not here trying to prove anything to you. I'm just here sharing. There's nothing to prove. And I realize that in being misunderstood, I needed to prove something, my worth, the knowledge that I have gained Maybe you're trying to prove something to someone. But I realize that all you have to do is live it. I don't have to prove, I just have to live it. And then there's a point in my life where I found myself giving away a lot of my time and my energy because I needed to prove something. Not realizing that the divine love was pulling me away from all the distraction and the noise. Maybe some of the things that I say here, a lot of people, I see it in the comments sometimes, they don't agree with it. But I'm here affirming something, but you have to confirm, and that's okay if it doesn't resonate. I'm simply, I want to speak from that raw truth of awakening, and sometimes how it's not pretty, it's messy, it's dying and a rebirth and dying again. And everyone awakening, spiritual awakening, it's not the same. It's not written in stone. It might be different for you. Your experience might be different, but it all leads to one thing: the presence. Whether your religion is this or your religion, it all should speak from love. Without love, we're just making noise. Wisdom is in the heart. Wisdom is in a heart full of understanding. And so that's why I'm always being still. Because if I'm still, then I will know. Just be quiet and see what happens. Now, instead of me wanting so much to be understood, I just keep quiet. I just keep quiet. You don't have to protect or defend anything. Just keep quiet. Sometimes silence speaks the loudest, the loudest. And that's where peace lives. And this is a space of peace. Peace, be still. I don't have to introduce myself as a peaceful person. It is in the being. You should feel that from a person. You don't have to say, the person doesn't have to tell you who they are. If you're being still, if you know yourself, you will know who they are. You know what I realize? It's a detachment. It's a detachment from all the things that we thought served us. Wanting to be understood in this space, wanting to be understood by our peers. It's underneath all of that. There's a detachment happening in our awakening. Detaching from all the things that we thought we need, but we don't really need. Those spaces that, like I said, you're trying to be understood in, but they're not truly for us. And most times when we enter a space, we want to know if it's for us. But that comes naturally when you know who you are. When you're already complete, you're not showing up in a space. if you do show up in a space, I do my best to show up fully present, fully present. And if I'm not supposed to be there, I'll just say no. I don't think that I'm gonna be coming, because when I do show up, I want to show up fully present. And sometimes we don't know. You can't control those spaces that you show up in. You just have to go and see what happens. But when you're there, you have to know yourself. And then you will know what aligns with you. So I'm no longer saying, please don't make me be misunderstood. No longer saying that. Because I know myself, the self, the true self. My life is not being controlled by being understood. I'm just simply being. Simply being. So I wanted to share that. Thank you to the folks that have subscribed. Again, ponder for yourself, and confirm it for yourself. Confirm it for yourself.